And I think we're live.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Tuesday Live Feed.
Should we nickname you Big B?
Brandon, Jim.
Big J. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Supposed to spend the day yesterday with Jim on the road, and it was just Josh and I. We had a nice little drive around Lake Tahoe.
Oops.
What's going on, guys? Lots of comments rolling in yet. Ripper questions, because everybody knows Jim's here today.
We all like Ripper.
Yeah.
Even Josh does.
Yeah. So Josh and I drove up to Battleborn yesterday and visited those guys, checked out their shop. We're going to give you guys a little preview. Josh put together a quick video. We shot just some short clips, kind of like nailing down that relationship with those guys. They're awesome. Small, bunch of friends got together, started their own wheel company. So kind of like our story here. Super cool company. What's up, Nick? And apparently we're the leaky duo. So
that's because we design and make everything.
Jim and I are sitting in the office working today, this afternoon. Jump on Facebook, and Josh had put out the little thumbnail for today's live feed. Like, Jim, you seen this? So Jim spent the last hour today going around the office, grabbing everything we could, and we could kind of like, we'll show you, Josh. We'll show you some leaks.
And if they have any questions, who should they contact?
Yeah. So Michael made a very valid point. Anything we talk about today that's not released, not on the website, emailing customer service won't speed it up. He probably won't answer your questions.
It makes him happy though.
Oh yeah. I mean, he loves hearing from you guys with your, any support you guys need, but stuff like that where we're just kind of giving you guys sneak peeks. Emailing him won't get you any more information than what you're going to hear from us today. So
at least we're the favorites.
You guys are the favorites. Thanks, Nick.
You want to show us some Battleborn?
H10 kit. Tired of taking mine apart and pretending. Yeah, tear that thing down, rebuild it. I've done it only 100 times getting that project to production. Actually, hopefully you guys are enjoying taking those apart. They're easy to work on. That was a huge focus of ours. Trying to get a lot of the screw lengths, to match all the shocks, the lower side plate screws, everything kind of matches there. So you can quickly take the cage off like a body without too much effort, too many missing screws. Yeah, go for it. You'd probably like that.
He'd probably still hate them.
He'd probably be like, I had so many emails, anxiety. Yeah. Working on your truck while watching the live stream.
We have those in the office and another axle too.
Yeah. There's some stuff on the table we're gonna get to. Hopefully you guys can stick around for the next hour.
Should we do it at 31?
No.
So they have to jump over.
I think we have plenty. So the Battleborn trip, the main reason for that, we met the owner at King of the Hammers, kind of started that relationship. Jim had a big project in the works, as you guys know, and decided, hey, that's a great opportunity to do.
We've already showed that,
which Jim's already shown. The wheel that will be on the Ripper 2, exclusive wheel style that's only available on that. So this is their X-ray, right? I keep mixing them up. We said
for some reason, I think that for some reason I would feel like that would be called more Sierra, because that one just seems more aggressive, I guess.
Right.
Sierra sounds more smooth, but yeah. That's
and then we also showed you guys the Sierra previously, which is like their iconic Battleborn style. Yeah. I think was this the one I snuck onto a 1.9, and I was like, why is this not fitting? Yeah. Or that was the Riots. But yeah, I love this look. This is a 2.2 with our 1.9 Yokohama stretched onto it. Looks great on the Optic, the style.
Louder. He says I gotta be louder, I think.
Is Jim too quiet for you guys? Yeah, nobody's complaining here. So yeah, 2.2, 1.9 Sierra. This has a standard ring. And so while we were at Battleborn, I was walking around with these, and I just kept putting them in front of different places, shot a bunch of cool video. Their marketing guy comes from the automotive industry, very professional, red camera, like crazy gear, and I'm in there with my iPhone. But
according to iPhone commercials, you could do just as good.
Right. So I'm looking forward to see what they come up with. We dropped off a couple trucks with their wheels on it, and So Jim has a quick video that Josh put together from the cell phone footage that Josh and I shot while we were there. I think we can play that and leave us
Wait,
on.
not that
No,
one.
no,
Not that one. Oops.
gotta move that. So just some behind the scenes stuff from Battleborn. You know, their forged blanks come in. They make a forged wheel, a cast wheel, flow form wheel. We got to see kind of some behind the scenes stuff with that. Their
Did we leak something now?
it wasn't supposed to be. Hopefully nobody.
This is actually footage that Brandon took while he was there.
Josh shot this clip. So Josh was talking to the owner. I was hanging out with the marketing guy because I'm super into like the camera gear and stuff that he had. Even I'm not really in that industry. It was rad to check out how the professionals do it.
Pause it, save a little player.
We can play. Let's just play through it, and then maybe after 3:30, maybe some others will join. We'll play through it again, if you guys don't mind.
I mean, it's nice, but he makes these things in America too, and
yeah,
he's telling you guys everything.
Yep. There's this Jesse Haynes buggy, and then that previous clip was his 20s on 40-inch, I believe. He had BFGs and maybe some Yokohamas in there. I don't remember, but yeah, four-wheel steer on that buggy. That thing was, we saw it at KOH with the Battleborn wrap.
Josh had to put himself in there.
I took that photo.
He still put himself in.
And he was like pointing. Yeah. So there's a picture of the 2.2 I was showing you guys next to one of them.
It could be one that too. Trying to stop it. There you go.
Yeah, that was a cool shot. Kind of held it up in front. There was a whole stack of wheels on the rack. Maybe Josh did that one. Awesome. Vanquish needs some weird. You guys, we're not keeping up with the comments. I'm sorry. So that's a machine center cap that they do on their wheels as well. There's the 1.9 Sierra with. Have we shown that ring off yet? That was just in that clip.
But we're actually making their bead lock ring.
So they have the notch. I had the names for all of them.
We're using actually very small tooling, like a 1/32 mil. You can see it there. To really do,
yeah, it gets that little groove between the screws. Yeah. Yep, there's all the wheels. I was like a kid in a candy store. All that full-size stuff, the full-size buggy. It was notch slotted and solid rings. Thank you, Josh.
Actually looks good on that truck.
That looks so good on there. I agree. Were those raw wheels or were those clear ended? I don't remember.
Someone asked that. These are all raw. Or
the ones we gave them though may have been plated already.
Possibly.
Yep. And their studio setup that they had for shooting the wheels, I just threw the truck in there and made it super easy to get all these shots.
I think that's the end of that.
Vanquish needs better sticker sheets. I mean, we tried to do our best in the kits. Yeah, somebody was making fun of the Optic decal sheet because it just had the numbers, but that was just the section of the decal sheet that had the full wrap for the body. So tomorrow, if all goes as planned, we will be receiving another shipment of stuff, and we will have replacement body panels going up in the next 5 to 10 days. And those will include the full decal sheet that come on your Optics, the Sparko and Yokohama livery. So you'll get that the body panel set with those, and it's a much larger decal sheet.
It's also a lot of the shop guys too.
Yeah,
we actually were going to try to release today, but we decided not to, and we're redoing the bead lock ring. We have to make it look even better.
Is that why I found these in the?
Yeah, but they're not.
It's like
released yet.
Okay, got it.
We thought we could do a little bit better. We made a last minute change. Said, yeah, we'll just have to can first little batch of them, and that's something to do sometimes.
Yeah, so it was just the ring that we were going to make a change to, right? That has the slot.
Yep.
Okay. I won't show those off too much then.
We came up with some new techniques on the way. Our guy Mike's house, he didn't like the original and kind of proposed some ideas, and go for it, dude.
Let's see. Brandon, does the Trucks of Fortune start this week or next week? Josh, Trucks of Fortune, what's that?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Did you? No, the comment hid that. No news on that yet. You gotta just email Josh directly for any any info on that. Better hold on to those. That's true. I guess these are a rarity now, although it's a flaw. So I know in some worlds, like mistakes and flaws are actually hold more value, but I don't really care for that.
Put them in the outlet.
Put them in the outlet.
Yeah, put them in the outlet before we actually sell them.
Yeah, right. Exclusive outlet wheels that aren't available yet.
It's a possibility we'll do it later. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, we do look at little details, and sometimes we kind of brew on stuff for a week and go, don't want to do it.
It didn't cover it. I synced it. Another thing with these Battleborn wheels that we haven't done in the past, we're actually matching the colors that Battleborn offers their full-size wheels in. So clear will come with, you can see it in there, like a clear ring. Black wheels will come with black anodized rings. So typically we do the opposite for clear and black. You get the opposite ring. So that'll be something new for us with our wheels, and it's a pretty good look. Josh and I talked about it yesterday, but a lot of their B-locks come with grade 8 hardware, so it's like that gold finish that we offer with our scale hardware. So hopefully we have plenty of those screws in stock, because that's going to be the look to go for. Will the Battleborn 2.2 be released soon? Everything is in motion, almost at the same speed.
Yep.
I believe so.
The 1.9s will come sooner because they were set up first, well, more parts.
Yes.
2.2 shortly.
So yeah, everything we're showing you guys is all in the works. It's coming as fast as we can get it out. The 1.9s, when I saw these packaged today, I realized I hadn't shot photos of them yet for the website. Probably hand these off to another guy, but we need to get that done. That'll happen fast. The product page will come together quickly, and these will be live pretty soon.
I don't know about Battleborn making lithium. I don't know about that. I don't think they make
No. Everything we saw in the shop in the warehouse for Battleborn wheels was strictly wheel related. They had some UTV stuff in there too that I wasn't aware that they made, and those are rad.
You were just talking about this today, I thought.
I am actually picking up the next batch of hats tonight, and then there's one new style. We'll get all the existing styles I'll pick up. We'll go right into inventory and on the site. The new style, we need, like anything, shoot photos, new part number, and we'll get those on the site soon as well. So,
yeah, they'll be 0.8.
They are 0.8. Yep. Yeah. So nice, narrow.
Lots of messages, emails.
Yep. If you can just send Josh a message and be like, "Hey, I have a question," and then don't say anything else, that's his favorite thing.
Yeah, they're a different company. I didn't know there was a Battleborn lithium battery place, to be honest.
Gotcha.
So yeah, don't get them confused.
Snapback hats. I think we did that in the past with the we did like the trucker style hats.
The hats XL flex fit.
Yes, they are. Hats will be large XL and XL XXL. So there's two sizes, and one of them is Josh size, and then one of them normal human size. So painted stance bodies. Next one. I was just looking at a shipment list. Those are probably about a week out. Silver and green. I believe we still have clear bodies in stock. I need to check on that, but if not, I don't have an ETA on clear.
But he's probably like me, where he hates painting.
Yeah, so painted bodies are really close. Fathead.
Yeah, like I said, we wanted to release it today, but we decided to take a step back and make them a little better. So
that was just the ring, right?
We came up with a different beadlock. Again, we used a really small tool to get the details, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah. In for more hats. Yes, so there's two styles of the Battleborn wheel currently. However, the X-Ray will only be a Ripper 2 wheel. Correct?
We haven't decided what we're going to do with the X-Ray. We haven't decided what we're going to do with the 2.2 yet.
Okay, so 2.2 X-Ray might be available. The 1.9, currently the plan is to only be available with the Ripper. It gives the Ripper a little more.
Or projects like the Ripper.
Right.
Whether involved projects. Because every time we do some kind of big project, I don't want to make a new wheel every single time, but maybe we make it special for special projects.
Convince Jim to make a new wheel every time.
I just had to draw it. I said, hand to Mike.
Right.
Hi, Mike.
No change to hardware, though, correct? Sorry if we covered that. Nope. Hardware will be our standard VPS 5000 screw packs. That's, we don't know what you guys want. So we include the standard and then offer everything else separately. 2x8, the last comment. We should have those on the site. If not, sorry, Michael, email customer service and we'll get you taken care of. We definitely have those.
Yeah, it's a good temper. You could get 2mm spring steel from McMaster
Right.
and cut it down. It's actually very strong, probably even stronger.
Not stronger. Yep.
That's what I would do. Just if I couldn't get any, but call customer service first or message them and see if they can do it.
Yep. Yeah, go ahead and click on the titanium.
Yeah, I think that one's coming right now.
We're working on it. We hit a snag with the titanium supplier. What we had previously ordered should have been plenty of inventory until Josh decided to use that 2 specific lengths in his buggy build. And what we had sold in a year blew out in a day. So I'm working hard to get that sorted out, and we'll have titanium links back in stock. But I don't have an ETA with that right now.
Everything's running on cages and body panel. And so far, I'm still finishing rear axle, front axle, knuckles, mounts, and so on. Kind of finishing up all the rest of the parts that can run a little faster. So things in process in most cases, but there's a couple little projects that are just to get finished up. I have a stainless kit for the buggy here that's finishing up now.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's Josh commenting on his Vanquish. Josh is working on a stainless link set for that buggy. So we will have those links available. I believe Josh actually, the full buggy thing is for sale now that he did. So we will support his project with our stainless links. And we appreciate you guys buying all of our parts to build those buggies.
We don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But did you leak some?
Oh, you want to play the video again?
Oh. Want me to go to the video?
Yeah. So we'll continue playing this Battleborn video in case you guys are just joining. We'll show it a few times. But Josh and I visited Battleborn yesterday. Got to see their shop, everything running, meet the owner, meet his team. Great group of guys, super passionate. We dropped off a Fordyce and an Optic with some of their wheels installed on them, and they were excited to have some more content to shoot along with the full size stuff. So it was cool to see, the forged wheels, the cast wheels. They do a flow formed wheel as well, which I didn't fully understand how that worked until I saw that in person. That was awesome. Brennan knows I'm good at screenshots. Oh yeah,
it's the quickest shot.
I've seen that a few times. You guys screenshot stuff that we accidentally show. We're trying to cover it. I cleaned the desk.
Well, I think they could rewind. So
after it's posted, maybe I'm wrong, but I believe it goes into an actual video you can watch later, and then you can gather anything. But yeah, I cleaned the desk because last week we had an absolute mess. There is. Let's see what else. Oh, iBock. Thank you. They sent us a couple of their patches from P&W. They took our Fordyce and Stance, and they had demos with full livery on our RTRs that they were doing at their booth, and then they sent us some of the patches they were giving away there. And cool new shirt.
Someone says it should stay on the shelf behind them. Like, making sure. I thought I moved that out of the way. We did.
Oh, the only thing I put.
There's nothing.
A couple origin bodies. I verified at time I was going to start mocking up a build I was working on.
So I don't want to keep talking price until we really know, but that was my guesstimate, and it's probably going to be sitting around there. But until everything's done, I just don't know.
So the original Ripper was less, but it didn't include anything other than like the top half, basically a body, which consisted of a cage, body panels, lights, grill, stuff like that. So no drivetrain, no actual chassis underneath, no axles, no transmission, no wheels. So
you need to source everything else.
It's not a huge leap to go from $1,800 for just that upper part to a complete kit.
There's also more work on this new one, not just with other parts, but like just the cage and body panel assembly is
way more intricate,
way different. Yeah. It's not the same.
Jason says hopefully not over 2K. Hopefully that kind of makes sense of why it will be more than the last one.
It's over 2K. I won't even sell it because we didn't make any money before. Just, it was kind of done for fun.
It was a marketing.
I can't do it anymore for that price.
Right.
We made $0 on that.
The first one, to actually build it complete using all of our components, axles, transmission housing, wheels, and as we progressed, we had shocks eventually, drive shafts, everything to almost complete the Ripper one. It would have cost 4K.
Yeah.
So
if we keep it at 4K, it's actually still a good price as far as I'm concerned, because knowing how much work's involved. I've been programming since August. This is probably when I started, right? And then designing a year before that.
And material costs have gone up since the first one.
Yeah.
That was 7-8 years ago. So
it is a little bit less material usage, but it's not much less.
Yeah. Design's a little more efficient this time.
But there's still more machining involved.
Way more. I know. Yeah. Yep.
So if people can't afford it, we understand. And if people want it, we understand too. It's like, it's going to be one of those things. It's not for everyone.
You got to sell a kidney. Yeah.
Actually, don't. There's going to be financing options.
So yeah, our shop pay that's integrated into our new site will allow for financing on our products. So it's not pretty still, but I totally understand the price point's not for everyone. However, we want to show off the abilities of our shop and Jim's skill set. So
just decide wanting to order an origin body. We have those now, right?
Yes, and that's actually a great question. I brought in, let's see, those exact parts to build something like that today. So while Jim's going through questions, I will show that off.
Well, we can also do we're starting to make sure we fit everything together on the rear axle, for example. This axle will only be bought through the Ripper 2 type projects.
Did you show this one off yet?
I did something online.
I thought so. Okay.
If you're following me on Instagram, Ripper Machinist, I've already showed some videos. Probably more close up than you're able to see here. We're just doing final checks on everything because we have to go through every part, make sure everything's correct, fits, threads. So we're looking really good on the rear. So we're really happy.
The rear axle looks killer. Let me see it. Switch to the other camera. Try to get a little better. So Jim put in the little Vanquish. Yeah, lighting's pretty good there. You should be able to see that. And then all the scale welds in there. The rear truss has the angle for the upper links, and we're still using that same oil fill cap as well. So he took the plastic H10 and just went nuts and built off of that. Okay, you can switch back.
But yeah, we are going off our H10 width. Now we have a more sustainable platform to kind of do these kind of projects. Just from everything from shafts to everything that we can have to apply these things. We don't want to always double make everything. We kind of want to have stuff backwards compatible as possible. Yeah. So F9, F10, and now the H10 third members are all interchangeable F10, H10. F10, yeah, not F9.
F10T, not F9.
Yes.
Third members are interchangeable. So same with the Bortle straight axle. So other than the F10T does use the different style, but gear sets are the same. The reason we went H10 on the Optic, we wanted a little more width to get the scale buggy size. The original Ripper, that was one of its shortcomings, was the axle width and hitting the body panels, hitting the lower links and stuff like that. So going with that H10 style axle for the Ripper 2 made a lot of sense. Gave us a lot more room and freedom for the body design. Stability too, side hilling. Yep. It just gives us a little more room to kind of do stuff with links. The upper links will be a lot different than H10. Little things that we're kind of playing with. I mean, for example, the links will also be at angles, and they're also further back because we want to try some new things with it. Oh, that's right. We did move them back. Yep. I have to make that link length. Yep. Okay. Make a note. This is like our meetings. We're always kind of remembering. We're in a meeting right now, guys. Welcome. R&D meeting. And because of that, the other thing with that wider axle and on the Optic was a big reason why we brought 2.2s back, because I absolutely love that look of what looks like a 20-inch wheel on a 40. So 475 to 5-inch tall tire on a 2.2 it looks killer. It looks scale. The H10 axle width just rolls right into that design style. What's the main difference between an F10 and H10? Pretty much width at this point. And the front axle being completely redesigned, new ideas. Yeah. I don't have a plastic H10 here, but show that one. One of the other The other big things,
I want to say it's our prototype.
yeah, on this axle is the lower link positioning is actually spread out quite a bit, and the shock positioning on the axle. No, shocks stay put, lower links moved out. Upper links, you know, the upper 4-link now instead of CMS and a 3-link. So those are both integrated and spread apart to go around the servo. So it's not a axle you could just drop into a VRD or a VS410 because all of those small changes.
This is some kind of for you. Have you done rear steer on H10? You basically have. Brandon's always kind of building, trying new ideas.
Right. With the H10, I did not have an H10 axle ready to go for the rear because had a lot of different directions we were thinking about taking that. But the H10 is optimized to use a centered steering axle. So previously we sold an SCX10-2 F9 centered axle, and that would drop right into the rear with the servo on top. You just remove that bottom of the fuel cell. I've seen quite a few guys already put a steering H10 axle in the back, and they were able to fit it without too many issues. What upper link length they used, I don't know.
I'm sure anything's possible. That's what I love about our products. Being we do a lot of backwards compatibility, people do new things with it. We don't want to be like a platform that says this is the only way to do it. We'll either give you all the tools, all the parts, and you could try new things by, us keeping third members the same, allows you to buy a new axle and put those parts in so you don't have to rebuy and stuff over and over again. Brandon works really hard and yells at me a lot to make sure I make my parts right for his.
And vice versa. We were looking at stuff today and
Yep.
like, why do we still have this problem? I'm like, plastic? I don't remember.
Yeah. And then we're having to come up with a new solution for longevity.
Yep. So I pulled out VS410 I had. I believe it was originally a chassis kit. We did our chassis kit that had all of the updated plastics, the generic sliders on it, left and right. And it came with a skid plate for a 3-gear. So this one I dropped in a VFD transmission kit, which includes skid plate, complete transmission. The mounts from our chassis kit are already in place there. Updated a couple other things, and then put some F10s under it. So this was like, hey, let's see what it actually, like, cross compatibility on our platform. We had the chassis kit, the transmission, the axles. Now that we have the plastic axle sets, shocks available, link sets available. I put this truck together just to double check if you purchased all those things individually, what you would end up with. You're able to build a complete truck. And then today, because just in case we had time, which I think we're doing good, I grabbed an Origin bumper set, body post set, because I lost the other taller body posts that you would need to mount an Origin body. And then I grabbed a set of Origin sliders. So, if you were coming from a Fordyce or a Phoenix, you could remove those sliders. This one has the generic sliders, not those, and the bumpers. And you could just use these items to basically convert it and drop an Origin body on there, which is what I wanted to do because we have some of these original bodies that we use from like filming and product releases that are just sitting in a box. I wanted to get them built back up with the chassis underneath for display. So that's what that's there for. And that answered that question from earlier about, what was needed to mount an Origin body. I think the dash fell out of this one. Josh must have been driving it.
I'm not sure on that question, but we are actually going to be kind of moving our shipping department, and we're going to be going through every piece of inventory in the shop and relabeling, make sure everything's correct. At that point, who knows? But that's going to be like a 2-month process. It's a possibility. I'm sure there's something in there that's not in inventory. So, I would love a plastic cage. We don't have anything in the works though. Our plastic cage has been the Optic basically at this point. Everything takes time.
Yeah. So Josh's Jimmy buggy is rad. He has all that CAD done, but it's not a bolt-in thing that uses our existing components in the existing configuration. His VFD twin reconfiguration of moving the shaft to the other side and the custom motor plate, super cool. We would have to invest the time and development into actually making that a production product. Totally doable. but it's nothing that's currently in the works.
Yeah. I mean, being the H10 axles being wider, they are closer to XR10. So now you have a new option that we can actually make continuously too.
Yeah, old XR10 stuff. Those were made on old machines that we no longer have here. So Jim would have to take time away from something else to reprogram a part that's 12 years old.
Yeah,
and there's no demand for.
I'd rather work on new stuff.
Yeah,
we can do new items that are, we've learned new techniques through the years. We have new technology. We have new ideas. We're always trying new things. So I'd rather not focus on the past. I think Nick was asking about trailing arms in different sizes. I'd be more up to making another trailing arm based upon our platform. If we made because I know Gene Boyd's been asking about. He's wanted Viterra trailing arms for a long time. And if it made sense for us to make make that size for our truck, okay, well that is more for us now.
Yeah,
we're kind of at a point where we don't really want to follow other platforms anymore. If it makes sense to build it into our platform and it's still compatible to other people, or if we're going to build something close to it, we will make it compatible to them.
I've seen this question a few times. He's asking
this one.
Yeah. Hertz digging my Optic. Supposed to swap a rear drive shaft with the front. So if you have the plastic drive shafts in there, I'll have to check the spare parts that are included with the Optic, but the other length drive shafts might be in there. And then you could just rebuild that rear drive shaft accordingly. If you're asking about the steel shafts, there should be enough plunge in there. And I believe, yes, you would run the rear and the front and the front and the rear on an Optic with dig if you're using the steel incision shafts.
Someone was asking about Roos wheels. I mean, again, one of the ones when we were making them, they weren't being purchased very well. They're kind of unique now because they're not available. And so are they going to be purchased if we make them, or do we make a new rim that's out today, like the Battleborn, for example? That's kind of what we think about when we're here. We have sales history of products. So sometimes it doesn't make sense, even though I think everyone thinks they want it. It's just there's only a smaller group of people that do want it.
3:30.
Cool. 3:30 means we close off Facebook. So if you want to continue, please join us on our YouTube channel.
Yes, we'll continue on YouTube. Sorry, Facebook. See ya. You can keep going through questions. I'm going to start wrenching on my new build.
Any new style beadlocks of IFR rings in the works? Technically, we have made 2 new beadlocks based upon the Battleborn platform. One will be sold in the package, one will be sold outside the package. So,
unless he's asking about IFRs themselves.
Well, to lead me on to another thing. So the machine that kind of makes those also makes a lot of commonality parts, like this, the regular conventional beadlock and some rear reading stuff. And that machine's kind of getting inundated with work. So we're going to actually take some of that off into more of our higher production machines. So that machine can be more focused on more detailed parts and specialized stuff. So if it's not now, it's going to be in the future. Because we also need to start doing 2.2 stuff also.
Yeah. You can show off that front axle since I only used it as an example.
So we got the prototype working. We're just double checking all of our thread depths and everything. Like I have one thread that needs to go a little deeper. We're checking all the parts. We're going to also be making a metal servo mount, obviously, probably some metal other parts, but we also have to do knuckles. He's been begging me for a while. But we came up with just a small fitment issue based upon old platforms and platforms. And so we're kind of been, I think I spent the whole day trying to come up with a solution to that, which we think we do.
Right. We're trying to make sure if you guys buy aluminum knuckles for your plastic housing, or if you buy the aluminum housing and for some reason want to run plastic knuckles, any sort of configuration works. And it's a lot of effort with, fighting tolerances that are in plastic and the accuracy of our aluminum parts to make sure everything's fits well.
I don't know why.
That's a Josh thing.
Josh is in control of that, and we go by what he tells us to do.
I think what we want is to try to get you guys over and subscribe to our YouTube. We have a pretty good following on Facebook, but our YouTube we haven't utilized much until we started doing these live feeds. It hasn't been a year yet, but we've been doing it a while. So it's good to see our YouTube grow, and then we'll be able to pump more content out. If you guys please subscribe to that, because we appreciate those.
Question probably for you. Panels are going to be available. What will the price be about? But I don't know about price, but available.
I don't know what the price will be. It's right in line, or maybe cheaper than a Lexan body. We were a little worried at first, like how durable the ABS would be. So we tried to price them as a replacement part that would be easier to replace than a Lexan body. So availability will be within the next 2 weeks.
Both are being worked on. Their brass is already drawn up. Looking at pushing forward. Aluminum, we're still working on trying to figure out how much 3D versus 2D cuts we want to put onto that.
Yeah, but hopefully you guys aren't breaking knuckles. I don't think I've actually seen that.
I haven't.
Yeah, we beefed them up. So
Need date on H10 restock. We might be limited for a while. Fortunately, is what it is. We're going to have a small batch probably going pretty soon to A-Main, but maybe a little bit for a while. We don't know when the next batch is coming.
Yeah, I nailed it. Thanks, Josh, the official Vanquish Products commenter.
We are in 46 weeks.
46. What are we going to do for a year?
They're going to want Ripper 2.
All right.
Hit the like button for more Ripper updates.
Yes.
Or if, again, follow me on Instagram on my channel.
You're going to see the most.
I post more stuff there.
So Ripper Machinist on Instagram.
It's been a little slow lately just because we've been busy doing other things. I haven't had a chance to really take any pictures, but I did do a quick video of the newest Battleborn, kind of like I did with the X-Ray.
Yeah.
What's going on with the monster beetle in the background? That's actually Steve's.
That's Steve's. He cleaned his office, and what do you know? The studio became the dumping grounds for.
I think he used to have one back in the day, and he wanted one to build up as a.
Yep. And he saw this room full of stuff, and he's like, "I'll put my stuff in there too." That's a good spot for it. I did clean this table today, and I found something that I'm gonna.
Brings up a point. The guy trying to claim warranty parts who was using off-brand brass knuckles. I mean, people are gonna update stuff, so it's like we kind of feel for him, but sometimes it's not a warranty issue for us.
You know what? Though he and I appreciate it. He replied and said, "I did everything right. I've been doing this a long time." And he followed up and updated that post today and said Michael took care of him. So we try to take care of you guys. It's just I didn't want a bad image on the axle housings right out of the gate. So I pointed out to the guy, hey, you put a lot of weight in aftermarket parts. You changed out all the screws. Anything could have been binding. It's hard for us to control what the aftermarket is doing to our products. And then, it just opens the floodgates if every person puts something on there that could cause binding and stuff like that. But he went back in that post and said, thank you, customer support. And we took care of him. So.
But just because it broke once doesn't mean that it break twice. You can also get a weird hit. There's all kinds of things that goes on.
So many variables
in physics. Yep. And I mean, in the end, we do design these things so they can handle aftermarket too. Because again, we don't want to be only saying this is the only way it's supposed to be. Sometimes people find other ways of doing some stuff. Ooh, that's awesome.
Remember this?
Oh yeah.
So another project I'm working on that we 3D printed not long ago.
You want the
no. Josh and I, when we were doing
it's a mess in there.
When we were doing the VRD. Okay, so this is I'm only showing this because Josh put Leaky Duo on the thumbnail for today's live feed. So this was just a quick project.
It was approved now.
Oh, that's a good leak. Thanks, Josh. So this is just basically a gate marker for competitions. We added some little grooves on the underside. I think we may have actually changed this since this print, but it will have some sort of grip on the bottom side. Has a little nice flat area where you can put some number stickers on there. We'll mold them in probably a couple different colors. Super early. Showing you guys this way too early, but
sometimes with this 3D print, just kind of feel it.
Just to see the size and know what it looks like, what it feels like.
Nice. Hopefully, colors other than black.
Yes, definitely. We're gonna do rock colored colors, so like different shades of rock. We'll do
so you can't find it.
Yeah, most likely blue. We'll go with the Vanquish blue, and maybe another color for bonus gates. But
Did I miss any updates on front dig parts? You guys are the ones that started talking about it. I don't know.
Yeah, someone asked about that.
No, you guys talked about it online or something.
Oh, front dig parts. Yes.
Was that a part of a leaky?
Here's the part that Josh was going to test fit last week, and there it sits.
Really, Josh?
You know, it was just with all the buggy stuff taken off. The buggy group was talking about making their VFD twin front and rear dig. I already kind of had something brewing, and I was like, you know what? Let me just post up and share it. And that was the part.
Is it about front and rear dig or doing burnouts?
Both.
So burnouts are cool, and Josh always told me that's not good.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a small project. It's something. However, I've already seen the aftermarket. What do you say?
I installed it.
I installed it. Does it work? The aftermarket's already going nuts and coming up with their own solutions for that. This would replace the high overdrive, so you would be left with front and rear dig and the TK stuck in 6%. The other guy making one, he did the opposite. He left high overdrive in place, and the dig lockout was on the other side. So.
Can you include chalk with the gate markers?
Oh,
Wait a minute.
part he putting his buggy on. Oh, shit. He already did. So Josh already did a video. He calls us the leaky duo. He's installing prototype parts on his own live.
He's producing the front dig part. So as we know it works. I mean,
Possibly. It's not, the current design isn't ideal for manufacturing. Just the way a lot of the cuts are set up for the lockout part. So I may rethink this. Honestly, we could just put up the STL and let people print them out in metal, just like Josh did with this, and that would be an option too. We've always talked about kind of supporting the 3D printer, the community there, and maybe that's a good way to start. Printing it in metal isn't cheap. It's not the ideal part, but it's a thought. So yes, we may produce it. We're just not there yet. It's cool to talk about the VFD twins capabilities by showing off something like that, stuff we're thinking about. And yeah, it probably should become a production part. The Geolander X MTs. I think Josh leaked those last week.
sounds about right.
Yeah. I
Josh?
don't have an ETA on those yet. Maybe Josh knows more.
Would you like to comment?
Maybe Josh talked about it on his live feed on Friday.
H10 plastic axle kits ETA.
No ETA on those yet. I'm working on instructions and finalizing the packaging and all the hardware that needs to go in those.
I don't even know what tire you're talking about. It's been well received. Nick was saying the Optic was a massive hit.
Thank you, Nick.
It's been well received. Everyone, when he likes it, of course, there's always been some people that have a different experience.
Yeah, and he commented on versatility.
But we also look at those comments as like, is it valid? Did we do something wrong? Can we do a little better? We don't just stop now that we release it and never do anything. There's, doesn't mean we got everything 100% right. So we're always looking to improve.
And it's funny, like the versatility of the car. Some people don't even know what to do with it. Like, what is it? And I think that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, Josh, is that the 5.25 inch tire you had in your 2.2 video?
That's actually not the actual size. I took it a little different route.
Maybe he said something though.
He would. Yeah.
Maybe an O-ring groove at the bottom of the gate markers. Not a horrible idea.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
But it is already rubber.
Yeah, and it's too late.
We're already going for it.
I said nothing.
Optic kit version. Of course, in the future, there'll always be something. It's just not done yet. Little aluminum gate markers.
Oh,
as they've fallen down. Ding, ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding.
Yeah, when they roll down the hill, you have to yell 4.
And then someone goes to grab it while sitting in the sun all day.
Oh.
I said nothing. I don't believe him.
Almost ready for my origin body.
Nick, I went ultra 4 with mine, but so many people are doing crawler builds, trail build, trail buggy build. It's great.
Yeah. I watched West Desert Wheeler's video. I think maybe it was Sunday, and he was running lines. He had 2.2s on it. He had a weight overdrive.
One complaint that people are saying is the gears are breaking. Everyone who's breaking gears have been putting way bigger motors in than it was planned.
For the most part, I think we had one guy.
Yeah, it's gonna be very rare. We really tested it with the motors that we put in there, and Brandon did a lot more testing with also doing bigger engines. We actually didn't have this problem, but not saying it's not a problem. It's,
We broke gears, and we made a decision based on what the price point would be to change them out. Maybe that wasn't the right decision. We're human. We're
also
trying to bring you guys the best product at the best price point, and if we make a mistake, we will make adjustments and go from there.
And if you're one of the people that actually if you have a problem, just post on Facebook. We don't read everything on Facebook. Send us a message.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Everyone, so Mike actually, the email that goes to Mike has a customer service software, so it actually tracks all those emails and makes sure they've been, concluded or not. So,
and there are not a ton of complaints about the powder metal ring gear in customer service.
No,
I think the guys that have had issues, they post it, they're vocal, and it goes from there. And if you guys email us,
but if you put bigger,
sorry, Michael,
change
tell
gears.
everybody to email us, and he's probably like, nah.
Just add the bigger gear for it and handle more load.
Yep. And for the most part, like I suggest installing underdrive gears in the rear, anyways. And not everybody wants that out of the box, or to pay a premium for machine gears if they're just going to switch it out to underdrive.
Yeah.
I couldn't find plastic sliders. That's why I'm putting these on.
We got to hit that $499 price. So what would you give up? We did hit that price. So,
yeah.
We did $49.
Unless you're in Canada.
Yeah. Still $49 American.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, like if we put machine gears back in it, what else would we give up? So one thing that I stand pretty firm on is our digital 4-channel transmitter. I absolutely love that transmitter. But we could go to a very, very cheap 2-channel with just little dials in it. And I'm not for that. I think, finding other ways to save some costs to keep that transmitter in there and still hit our price point. And then you have a transmitter with endpoints, model memory, the 3rd and 4th channel already there if you want dig or add a winch and stuff like that. I make it a kit and give up the electronics. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, but then the very next comment is asking for a Pro Optic kit. So you want aluminum axles like the Pro? Because that's blows the price out of the water.
As he said, gears and transmission, axles, but no electronics.
Of course. Yeah. So the VRD Carbon is a good example of, a Pro level kit as far as including all the machine gears, including the carbon chassis, the machine motor plate. That was a fun project for me, and that's why we did it that way. But the price point is much higher than the competition.
Maybe Josh can chime on that. The VPS 10141 does include both front and transfer case gears. I'm not sure what. I don't know if the
yes,
VPS
I believe that is the original machined gear set for the VFD. That's an early number.
I just can't remember every.
So it includes everything. If it is the machine VFD gear set, and it's for the non-twin, it's for the standard VFD. It'll have the front gears, the standard version, not the lightweight version, and it will have the transfer case gears in a 6% configuration. So Josh will probably chime in if that 141 is the correct number, but I'm pretty sure that is.
There you go. You said correct.
Yep. 6.5%. Yep.
We need a kit that replaces the Pro. We pay more for another kit truck with all the little goodies. And we do have ideas to do that in the future. We have nothing in the works, but that's why we're also looking for more people, more marketing, because right now Brandon actually takes away from a lot of design time to help do marketing and stuff, because we have to do pictures, website, all this other stuff as part of marketing.
If the Pro would have sold better, they would still be in stock. So there's something to say about a product at that price point is not going to have as high of a demand as the lower price point products. Ideally, everything we make would have everything included, but we're also trying to reach a wider audience. There's no reason the guy with a $400 budget shouldn't be exposed to our products, our quality. And we try to give them the best that we can at that price point.
Optic kit, machine gears, white diable cage, and panels. That's actually good. Diable cage. We've heard of that one a lot.
Yeah. My original, I think I should show you here.
Mike does actually. So a lot of times if I do see something on Facebook, I'll immediately ask him what's going on. He immediately
He's already on
he
it.
knows what's going on.
Yeah.
I think he gets mad at me a little bit, like I don't trust
I
him.
know, I know.
He's always on it.
With the diable panel thing, the very first samples we got of the body and the interior was this gray color. And that was kind of my thought, was like a primer finish, not necessarily dyeable, but you know, you can paint it whatever color you want. And then later we came up with graphics and partners and livery, and we took the color direction. But this gray panel is kind of something I'd be wanting to sell. Dyeable, that like off-white dyeable color, maybe not. Not everybody wants to ruin their kitchen dyeing RC parts.
We're trying to make sure your wives don't get mad at you.
Yeah. I should steal Josh's purple wheels for this, huh?
Sure. I think I have a set.
I also have these. I was thinking about using.
I don't know if you want to show that.
No.
Okay.
Wait, I built that on the light feed, but now it has something on the top that we shouldn't show.
Well, technically, you could just pull that piece on top.
Yeah. that might be too leaky. What the hell? So since Josh's wheels are already assembled, I'll probably will steal those. But I found these. These are a light blue Riot. No part number on them yet. I was thinking about using these maybe on this build.
Yeah.
Teal.
Yeah,
I
let
want my daughter to see those.
Or should.
So we had the Battleborn 1.9s, and I had.
I don't think also one thing people haven't been able to see, we actually did their logo really small into their spoke.
Without opening that, it's hard to. You can see it in that video. We can play that video again.
Yeah.
I think I actually saw a couple people chiming in. They just joined us. So
let's see. Let's see if we can find that spot.
Yep. So Josh and I went and visited Battleborn yesterday out in Carson City. Took a bunch of footage of their shop, their forged wheels, their cast wheels, flow form. Here's a. Ooh, actually, Josh, I don't think we're supposed to show that wheel.
Being serious?
I mean, you can't really see it. They had a prototype wheel they were making for a customer. So I made sure not to shoot any photos of that, but I think Josh shot that clip. Yeah, we were out there. We met the owner, met the team. Awesome group of guys. So that's a full-size 20-inch. You can see the Battleborn wheels in one of those spokes. And then our wheel, which should be coming up in a clip here, has that same. You can just let it play.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stop with this.
Steel wheels. I need to set. I think we called these a light blue or something. It was like this is not a production part. This was just something that we were testing these colors. I think we used this previously in Trucks of Fortune on like an impact or maybe a
I
method.
don't know if you guys had it rotated right.
Oh, I didn't set it. That Josh is holding that in his hand. That's why that one's wrong. I have a photo on my. Here you go. There you'll be able to see it. It should be in there. Boop. Yep, right there. So the Battleborn wheels is actually in the spoke there on the top left.
Just like theirs.
Just like theirs. Same font, same shape, scale, everything.
Very small tool.
Yeah. Brandon, I'll start the bidding at 200 for a set of those blue wheels. Ooh.
What about Josh's wheels? How much for those?
Oh yeah. How much for Josh's wheels? They're already assembled. Some slightly ran tires.
I did not hit that. Josh has changed channels or something. That's not me.
Really?
It's not me.
Are we bumping the keyboard? Well, that's interesting.
Why is it not going back to it?
There we go.
There we go.
Welcome back, guys. $200. Oh, $300 for Josh's
See, I
wheels.
told you someone was playing with it.
Josh's wheels giveaway. Oh, that's what we do for our 1-year live anniversary.
Just
We
find-
auction off a bunch of Josh's stuff.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, we'll just do a mystery box of things on Josh's desk, and we'll auction that. We'll put that on the site.
Well, his desk is all of our desks. It's like his stuff is everywhere.
I mean, that's where I found these. I was like, when did these get packaged? Wasn't I supposed to shoot photos? And he's like, oh, no, you walked away.
Yeah.
Nope, no battery.
Because I think we took it out last week.
Yeah, because he noticed it last week and took it out. Yep. Although I did find a good sized battery today on the bench. I don't know how long. This is probably the one he took out. Still here.
VRD status.
Yeah. I think we're getting closer. The Optic took priority there for a while, and we are working on it. I think A-Main still had them in stock not too long ago. So I know we're probably, the whole market's out of stock on those VRD carbons now. So we're pushing. What else do I have here? I just need to take those wheels and finish this truck now.
Yeah,
Blue or purple? Oh, my 2-year-old is going with great purple. I got you, Logan. I got to take these wheels off from Josh's truck anyways. What did he do? Oh, okay. Gray IFR rings on purple and purple scarns. That's a pretty good look.
Actually,
And a brass servo in here.
make sure you give the video a like.
ETA and Hertz Digs. We were close last week, according to Josh. We were making one final part. We were updating the instruction manuals and including an extra link so that you have the ship link available for the Optic. So I'm going to go with my standard 10 days. Hopefully sooner than that.
Message Josh.
Oh,
Once all of our
that might be because they're new or there is a glitch. Josh, we'll have to check on that.
also when the dust settles, we'll be able to do more stuff with that.
Yes. I didn't bring my wheel nut wrench.
Well,
I can't
River
steal
could
his
be
wheels.
available in the local hobby shop, but that'd be kind of hard. They'd have to order one.
Well, we wouldn't have a dealer structure on that. We're going to keep the price tight.
yeah.
There won't be margins built in because it's going to be focused on direct sales.
Why do you guys?
No
why do you
purple
not
for
make
me.
green wheels? Because you're the first to ask about that.
Green was the hardest color to control consistency on.
Even blue's hard. Certain colors is harder to maintain.
Yeah.
That's
And we-
why sometimes we do batches and that's it.
We got everything from yellow to dark green and everything in between. So, if you bought a pair of wheels and if they got mixed up
Yeah.
between batches, the colors would be
His son turned 4. Is loving his Optic he got for his birthday.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what got us started.
That's a perfect age to start driving RC
Yeah.
cars. I found a wheel nut wrench. Sorry, Josh.
Just don't tell him.
Oh, what kind of? Didn't even have a set screw pad in the X. His pin just fell on the ground.
Oh wait, you need to get pinned too now.
Yeah. Crap.
I do teal wheels with purple rings.
I've seen that combo. I would not have thought that would look good, and it does.
There's so many combos that do that. I would try, but then I did.
We tried them all when we did the first Wheels of Fortune.
Yeah. I think every combo was pretty much set.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching. Go back, check out all of our leaks throughout this video. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that. I'm sure there'll be plenty of screenshots here shortly.
Yeah.
We had fun. Hopefully, Josh isn't cringing too bad, but he did it to himself.
He told us to do it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Catch you next Tuesday.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.